Review of 5 cars at Mecum Kissimmee 2022. Mecum's biggest show follows the new year, and here's what we were watching. Just like clockwork, the Mecum Kissimmee auction is here to help kick off the collector car world. Mecum's biggest sale is full of ultra-high dollar machines with Pebble Beach pedigrees to driver quality cars that you can enjoy without carrying a life-changing insurance policy. Of course, with that much diversity, it's also a good way to see how the collector car market is trending. With that in mind, we flipped through the Mecum auction list. 1956 year. Continental Mark II. The Continental Mark II could probably be called the pinnacle of 1950s excess and luxury. Spun off from the more pedestrian Lincoln lineup, Continental served as a sub-brand devoted to ultimate luxury. The auction listing states that this car wears its original color, but not necessarily its original paint. That said, this seems like a more affordable entry point to the Continental world than a recently restored example. 1992 year. GMC Typhoon. The GMC Typhoon is the SUV offshoot of the legendary GMC Cyclone. Powered by a turbocharged 4.3-liter V6, the Typhoon made a blistering 285 horsepower. While it's easy to look at the 2022 Chrysler Pacifica's figures and be confused, the Typhoon and its pickup counterpart were unquestionably powerful in their day. This performance helped cement these GMC vehicles as icons of the 1990s. With '90s nostalgia growing daily, this could be an interesting sale to watch. 1967 year. Datsun 2000. This 1967 year Datsun 2000 might be more expensive than it was a decade ago, but this little roadster could bring you a lot of joy. Advertising original paint. This 2.0-liter powered Datsun seems like a well-maintained and well-preserved example. Looking at the growing trend on Bring a Trailer, it wouldn't be a big surprise to see this little Datsun bring relatively big bucks. 1986 year. Omni GLHS. The once-unloved Econo boxes of the 1980s are starting to get some appreciation. The performance variants are becoming even more loved. This Dodge Omni GLHS is one of only 500 produced and could be a future classic as '80s iron starts to become more collectible. If nothing else, you'll have one of the more interesting pieces of '80s Dodge history. 2005 year. Ford GT. Reborn for the new millennium, the Ford GT brought Ford out of its supercar slump. Inspired by the Le Mans winning GT40, it may not have had the racing pedigree as its predecessor, it nonetheless became an extremely popular collector car. As these have been getting more expensive since 2006, this Ford GT is definitely a car to watch.